Welcome everybody, it's Tractorchute here for another game of StarCraft 2 on this beautiful Monday evening here. Just finished playing me some Rust with some friends, so now I figure I might as well get a game going here. I've been waiting to cast for a little while, so let's check her out. A little bit 2v2 action. Let's start her up in the upper right hand corner of the map here. We're going to have the purple Protoss being played as Conta for SW4T, and his partner is going to be the teal Zerg being played by Exion. I guess he's not even with him. So apparently two just randomly mashed up people more than likely. But in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have Patroclus playing for Team AUCI. And his partner will be the Red Terran, played as Merlin, also playing for the exact same team. So it looks like we got two guys on the same team playing against two randomly mashed up people more than likely. And we're going to get ourselves a nice early hatch out of Exion. In the meantime, we also have a quick expansion from Merlin. So got a couple guys going on the aggression right away as far as the macro game goes. And Conta's going to kick back. He's going to build a normal gateway wall off his middle line nicely with that. Beautifully done. Going to get a little bit of Overlord scouting happening at the same time here. Merlin's starting to wall off their ramp at the other end, as is Patroclus. So everybody's starting off with a pretty standard start to the game anyways here. We're going to have a little bit of chasing as Exion's getting a little bit of scouting action here. Patroclus is going to chase him around here, see what he can do. Maybe ward him off down to the other end of the map pretty quick here. Do have a quick little gas out of Merlin. Nicely done there. Probably going to give himself a quick reactor, I would have to imagine, with that. Meanwhile, the Zergs on the other end here, Mr. Exion is just going to give himself out a nice little spawning pool. Beautifully done, my friend. Beautifully done. This guy's not looking too shabby. And there's the nice wall off. So Patroclus and Merlin working good together. Getting the wall done here. Going to get themselves some good protection, especially when you're going up against Zerg on 2v2. A lot of times you see some dogs in there nice and early. So well done there. I'll keep that out here. So they figured why not expand. Conta's getting the expansion going here. Have to imagine Patroclus will get his expansion going as well here at some point in time. Has the nice orbital command out there. So beautifully done there. In the meantime, their overlords are going to scout to make sure they know when Merlin and Patroclus leave the base here. Probably going to get another overlord over there, and I have to imagine at some point in time. Merlin checking everything out. Get the tower, he says. There he goes. He wants a little bit of vision there, so he's kind of checking out things around the base there. Probably making sure there's nothing sneaky sitting around. In the meantime, Conta is now getting some probes out to start his expansion mining. There's the scan there, so allows them to see what's going on. They see nothing special. They can see something was getting chrono boosted out. So a couple Zealots are going to get out of there. There's the Marine, the chase off the Overlord. Nicely done by Patroclus. Beautiful there. In the meantime, we're going to get ourselves a metabolic boost out, get ourselves some speedlings on the map there. A couple more orbital commands coming down here. Beautifully done. Expansions, orbitals. Got to have them. Going to get some mules down as well. I'd have to imagine to get the speeding. There you go. Look at that. Right on time as requested. There's the little missile turret. Little caution there. Making sure he doesn't get any sort of harassment from the air happening around his main mineral line here. Does have quite an early engineering base. Probably going to get out some nice early upgrades. Or he's planning on some sort of planetary fortress on his expansions. Could also be an option there. So Merlin being pretty aggressive for macro. He's got 3 bases going so far. Sees the quick layering. Both these guys, very good communication. Like to see that. Keeping each other alert of what's going on as they're scouting around with their orbital commands there. It's nice to let the partner know what you're seeing there in case he's not paying attention to where you're scanning. So very well done there. Like to see that. There's the Baneling nest coming out here, and he is right. There's a fairly quick layer, just at the under 4 minutes. Already has a layer out, so looking to get some quick tech at the other end more than likely here. There's a Stargate coming out. So Conta's going to get himself some air units happening here. He's got the Zealots on the map now. Zealots are just going to stand here. Holy shit, he's going like mass Zealot or something. Does he even have any gas? Oh, he's got the gas going. So, yeah, just kicking the shit out of this here. Finally getting warp gate technology. A little bit late on that. You can't be too late, but he's later than what you should be anyways. There's a couple Marines that coming out for Patroclus. And Merlin's also scouting around. Both these guys just getting a feel of what's going on. Grabbing some towers, getting some vision. Figuring out what the other guys are going to do here. There's the Zerglings going around the map there. Marine does find him. All the dogs are going to surround him, finish off that Marine. So he knows dogs are scouting around the map here. Like I say, they got this walled off anyway, so they're probably not too worried about that. Dogs are just out there to check out what's going on. But look at the Zealot count. Holy shoot, not too shabby, my friend. Already got himself 8 Zealots on the map. It was 6 dogs for the other guy out here, so not bad there. Taking over the towers is what they did there. And Patroclus is going to leave the other one, figuring the dogs are probably going to come for that tower pretty quick here too. They're going to try and get through the little rocks here just to clear himself a little bit of a pathway for the future in this game. There's another dog running around. He got a little bit lost, so he's going to go check the middle line out, see what's going on here. And going to get himself some hits in there. Anyway, he's going to do shit with it. He's pinging just to make sure he knows, all right, they're coming this way. There's that planetary fortress we expected. So nicely done there. Also has the missile turret and those mineral lines. And dog's going to work here. Merlin don't give a shit. He's like, you, get off my back, son. So Dog's going to continue to swat at him here once and twice. There's a few more dogs. He's going to try and get a few SCV kills here if he can. It is only 4 dogs. They get 1 out of it, 2 out of it. Not bad. Good harassment. Enough just to delay some mining time. And a couple SCV kills help a little bit. Definitely not detrimental to Merlin, but the more Merlin chases him here, the slower the mining happening for him here, obviously. So nicely done there. Has a couple of Hellbats here. Maybe chase him with the Hellbats. Might be a little scarier. There you go. And it looks like we're going to get some Oracle harassment at the same time here. So the Oracle's going to come in here. Look at the communication. It's incredible out of these guys. I like to see that. Always on top of things. Always letting the partner know what's going on. Missile turrets are going to be there to ward that off. Easily done. Not too shabby there. Orbitals are fairly like glass cannons. They go down pretty quick, so nicely done there. Get himself a couple gas. Is our good man of Exion here. And finally starting to get herself a little bit of a mixture as far as Conta goes here. Starting to get some stalkers in there. Has 1 sentry as well, so nicely done there. There's some more pinging happening here. He's saying, let's get up here and defend. There he goes. So he wants something to go up there, maybe. I'm not too sure what he was getting at there. To send some more fire bats. Probably just wants to make him alert of something that was happening that maybe I might have missed. Who knows? And there's another orbital on the map here. So, or Oracle, sorry. So let's see what he's going to end up doing with that. Probably going to move it down here. He's going to be not too successful. Unless he gets into this mineral line here, he could definitely do a little bit of damage to Merlin there. In the meantime, there, as far as the vision goes, Exion's got the 1 Nagatar, but nothing over here. So I don't know. Nobody really has more vision than the other. Exion's going to continue with the dog harassment. He's going to kill the rocks here. Going to allow him to get more easier access up here, but this is absolutely the wrong base to be attacking with any ground units. We do have the planetary fortress up there. There we go. He's got some Phoenix. So getting a good mixture of units, is he? Going to also get this burrowing, so that's not too shabby. Could be very handy, I guess, if he starts getting out some roaches and that there. Or it might even go with some lurkers as well. Is very, very plausible. So he's going to continue to do that. As we can see, Merlin does know that's coming there. So they're just going to sit at the top of this. They can really go around and kill all the dogs if they wanted, but they'll probably sit there and just wait for the dogs to walk into them. In the meantime, we do have another expansion out of Conta. Merlin, at the same time, continue to expand here like crazy. Not too bad. These guys are starting to really macro up the map here. Both teams kind of staying pretty even. Nobody's really jumping ahead of anybody here, so they're just going to continue to basically build as many bases as they can. Then we're going to get some Liberator action here. Going to get some upgrades for that. I like to see that. Going to get a ton of upgrades everywhere, basically. You got some ground armor, some ground weapon for the Zerg coming here. There's the Oracle. The Marines have found it of Patroclus, and he does ping that off there. Once again, very, very good communication of these two here. The other team, for lack of communication, isn't doing too bad, but at the same time, they're not really getting any sort of aggression down at their end, so it's not like they really have to talk to each other. There's a big warp in there. These guys all looking really, really good so far. Already up to 118 food. There's the Banelings going around the map here as Exion has figured out what he wants to do. He's up to 95 food. Do have Patroclus is sitting at 57, so not too high, and Merlin at 92. But at the same time, they have about the same strength as far as the unit power goes for both teams there. There he goes. Going to get rid of that vision there, so get to take over that Naga Tower. Nicely done there. Here comes the double Oracle. Probably a better idea there. And is it going to work? That's a bad place to go. Might lose 1. No, actually gets him right on by there. At the same time, all these mineral lines are pretty well guarded. Did try and get in the front door here, it looks like here, but he's got a lot of these Hellbats walking around here. They're definitely going to defend that off pretty easy. So he's going to try and figure out if there's any weak spots, basically, and there really isn't. They got guys at every base. There they go. Blue Flame melts that pretty quickly. Going to take over another Naga Tower over here. What the hell's Exion doing with all these probes all over the place? Maybe looking to drop down a few more expansions. Actually is. He dropped right down here by the other team. Nicely done there. Trying to get the Oracles in. What a bad place to be stuck. That is not going to work. And he's going to call that a loss. So the Oracle harass definitely was a failure there. I'm not entirely sure why Exion's sending all his drones way down to the other end of the map. There's no more bases down here. Oh, it's just a drone transfer. Okay, fair enough. So he's going to get them all set up with some turrets there. There's the Liberators on the map. They can really turret up here, blow all that away if they really wanted to. He's pinging to tell his partner that there is an expansion right beside them. So nicely done there. Liberators are going to fly around a little bit more, as it does look like our good man at Exion. He's ready to go, man. This guy's ready to go. He's going to get himself going here. He's at 115 food, ready to move across the map here. Here's the Hellbats of Merlin. They're getting in position. Exion's pinging up here. He's kind of letting him know that the army's moving around the map here, just to make his partner aware. There they go. They're going to start mounting all this. Good cancel. Quick eye by our good man of Exion. Nice, the partner says. Look at this encouragement. I like that. He mounts everything there. He's going to go for the base. Good little area he's sitting in there, because it doesn't allow the Zergs surround. There goes all the Hellbats. They get in there really good, and they really melt that, or the Banelings do, sorry, really melt the Hellbat army pretty good. So they're going to finish that off, but he did get rid of all the turrets that were started up there. No mining happened at that hatchery, so it's really not hurting anything. Tidio trying to get in, does realize there's a planetary fortress, so that is a very bad idea, but they are all grouped up, and they are really going to push this hard here. So Merlin and Patroclus got to figure something out, but they're backing off. You know, surprisingly, I think they might be able to take, I don't know. It would have been actually fairly close. They had such a, this is one scary looking army though. That is one very, very scary looking army. Doesn't have the charge lots, does have the blink going for them, but no charge lots, and now they're split up. They were all together at one point. I kind of wish they had continued that attack. They might have been all right. They really would have, because it's a very Hellbat strong army, but I don't think it's enough to take out what was there. And there we go. We're mining a very, very long distance here. Everybody's just going at her. Oh, he did lift everything off there, so we're getting attacked up top more than likely. He is pinging once again to let him know where some more expansions are here. Liberators are flying around the map, keeping an eye on everything. Also looking to see probably if there's any mineral lines they can drop in just to get some more kills there. Is pinging up there is the other team. They're letting his partner know that there is some units up there from our good man of, who is that anyways? Exion there is letting the pings out here. Letting know that Patroclus is up there with his Liberators. So he's going to continue to move around here, see if he can get any sort of kills, any expansions, check everything out here, scout away, and he will get a kill of a Hellbat here. At the same time, that's why he's sitting on the Naga Tower. So, you know, he knows the army's up there, allows them to start moving their units up here to protect this if they choose to do so, or they might just let this base fall. It does have a planetary fortress around, but not a whole lot there to repair it. No, he says coming. All right, they want to try and protect this. Gets it off the ground, and yeah, I guess that's enough. Exion figures he can't do much here. There's a little bit of trouble. Merlin might be in. No, he gets good reinforcements. Liberators coming as well there. Good amount of Hellbats. So nicely done there to ward that off. Very well done. And his partner Patroclus here continuing to drop his planetaries down here. He's got a few planetaries here. Some Liberators continue to get vision on the map. And there we go with some good old Corruptors. They're going to go to Bloodlords. This might not work so well for him. No, we'll find out here if this is going to go good. Yeah, he is going to get him into the Bloodlords. Bloodlords are pretty scary, especially against Hellbats. Very good choice of unit composition. And a lot of Stalkers up here. So nicely done here. That's one scary ball still by Conta. I do like to see that. And we are going to continue out here. Merlin, he's trying to chase this army down here, see if he can get himself some extra kills. Liberators getting themselves mounted up there, but they are going to ward the army off. That army is going to get together with his partner. And in the meantime here, Merlin's going to continue to move these Firebats back down to their base. And that is a lot of Hydras / Roaches. Hydra Roach, a very strong combo, especially with the Bloodlords already at end game units. So this could be a little bit of scary here. That's a lot of Bloodlords to deal with, especially when you got this big ground army. A lot of Roaches to soak up some damage down there. There you go, dropping that rock with a nice little one-shot. Going to take this expansion out here. Nicely done there. Liberators are mounting up here, so they're going to get themselves some good turrets situation here if he does choose to engage us. He's looking at it. He's thinking about it. This could be interesting. Those Bloodlords have range, Joel. That's the scary thing. They can start shooting from way out there. Liberators get a kill there. He sees the Stalker. He's letting them know what they're heavy on. And they're going to continue in there. Yeah, really letting them know all the units. Bloodlords as well. Bloodlords are going to get shots off. Liberators have lifted off. Hellbats are going to get stuck down there, though. He might end up losing them all. This could be big, big trouble. There he goes. All the Hellbats going down here. Liberators getting mounted up. Doesn't have a planetary there, so that's their lucky savings grace. Look at the Liberator count. Incredible Banshees out by Merlin. So got himself some some cloak happening here, and they don't really have anything to detect that per se, so nicely done there. He also has himself a Tempest on the map here. Liberator's getting up there. Does look like a mass recall, so he gets most of it back to base, but it will lose quite a few Stalkers if they do catch him here. Corner, not too sure if they can see these Stalkers down here. They are going to see him now. They start moving out. They're going to chase the rest of that army of Exion all the way back there, and they're just going to take a lot of losses as they just walk back there, but they really didn't have a choice. They couldn't engage that. Yeah, Exion's got a really nice army, but holy, did Conta's army back out pretty quick there. Would have been a fairly even war in the end, so probably smart to use the mass recall. So they get back there and all group back up as they will figure out what they want to do. In the meantime, their Patroclus is going to move around the map a bit here. Do have a lot of Liberators up here. Do have some more Hellbats down here. They might get rid of this expansion very, very quickly. Liberator is a very scary unit in mass numbers if you got them combined with the proper units to help you there. And look at that, a lot of Corruptors. So he's got a lot of anti-air to deal with these Liberators, and they're trying to get out of there. A couple Vikings also in there for Merlin, so good choice there. Oh, wow, these Liberators get mounted up. That could be a lot of trouble. That's going to be a lot of DPS going down there. But they're getting mounted pretty darn quick here. Corruptors and Tempest there are one-shotting them. They do have a lot of Tempest there. 3 Tempests, they're able to do a lot of damage. These Tempests have any upgrades? Oh, just one on the shields there. So this is a lot of trouble for Patroclus and Merlin here. He's going to try and get the Liberators to kill these Tempests up. But Tempests have so many hit points. Corruptors coming to back them up. That's going to force them out of there. Stalker's also down there doing a lot of damage. And here goes Exion moving out with his Bloodlord and Roach army here. He's going to continue on, see if he can take on any bases. Merlin, nicely done there, getting rid of the Robo support bay, and we'll finish off this expansion. So nicely done there with the Banshees. In the meantime, there it does look like Merlin did want to expand there. That's not going to work very well. He drops the mules anyway, says, I'll take your minerals. Oh, he's going to mine right beside him. He don't care. So he's pinging over there, let him know what's going on. In the meantime, Exion here trying to figure out where he wants to go next. Merlin smiles. He's happy to mine beside him. What a happy guy. There we go. He's going to take out the other assimilator. And Merlin's also going to take a loss. Oh, not quite, because they don't have any. He's got the Corruptors there. It can finish that off if you really want it. So Merlin, we'll see what happens here. He's got himself a planetary, but that is a lot of roach power, enough to finish this off more than likely. So we'll end up losing this one planetary, especially with the Bloodlords in the back there. That's big support on that. So this is a very scary looking army there, moving out here with, like, wow, Exion just kicking it. In the meantime here, Conta's starting to rebuild his army, really going with the Tempest here. He's got 4 Tempests he's up now, and he is getting some more Z-Lots out here. Did not go with Charge Lots as of yet, so does not have that upgrade. In the meantime, Merlin continued to destroy expansions over here. Second expansion finished off by Merlin, but at the same time, he's losing those expansions too. Bloodlords are going in the planetary, so really not losing anything. At the same time, the planetary barely taking any damage from these Bloodlords. The Bloodlords will try and shoot off these SCVs if they can, because they're obviously not going to kill that planetary until he gets some more power or some more DPS around there. Look at the Corruptor count. That is incredible. So Merlin does end up losing this one expansion down here, but that's quite all right as he has his anti-air for the Bloodlords coming here. And there we go. Now they're going to start shooting down all these Bloodlords, but the Corruptors come in to back it up. Corruptors, man, Corruptors might win this battle. I'm not too sure. Maybe not. No, that Liberator count's way too high, and the Viking support by Merlin definitely helps that one out. So they're going to chase the Corruptors down, and they're going to get all these Bloodlord kills. Those Bloodlords are expensive. That is like just burning money. That really sucks for Exion. So that was a huge loss for him. Merlin, in the meantime, doing a lot of harassment with these Banshees. A surprising amount of harassment with these Banshees that he ended up picking up here. Liberators are planting down. Merlin plants down his Vikings. Looks like they might have the advantage here. We'll see what happens and whether or not Conta can pull them out of there, as Exion has really took a big beating. But Conta, you got to get in there and support your partner. This is big trouble. At the same time, this is a very scary army by Patroclus and Merlin here, so not too sure where you're going to engage at. Now they can get rid of that hatchery, get rid of all that creep that's around there, and take this base over entirely. In the meantime, we are going to finally get the Conta army. They're going to come up here and see what they can do. You have to at this point. You got to get Exion to follow you. Let's see what happens here. It's going to be a big war, but they don't have a choice as Merlin and Patroclus are pushing so hard that they basically got to go for this. Otherwise, it's going to be great big trouble. And if they lose too much up here, that could be game over. They're going to take out the rest of these spore crawlers here, so that will get rid of the anti-air. In the meantime here, the Liberators have found the Tempest all by themselves. That is such a big loss by Conta. Conta and Exion taking a beat down. They're losing the expensive units of the Tempest and Bloodlords. Corruptors are going to get in there. They're going to chase off what they can. But in the meantime, these Hellbats are also over here for Merlin. It does bring the Roaches in. They're going to try and finish off the Hellbats. It's going to be a fairly close battle here, but I do believe the Hellbats with that splash damage might have this. They do chase him off. There's the Zealots. There's the charge he does have now. And they will finish off that army of Hellbats. In the meantime, their Liberators are going to start moving in. Merlin can start getting those Vikings in, hopefully to get rid of these Void Rays will be a very good move at this point. He's going to back them off here. Stalkers are coming in. Stalkers will start one-shotting your Vikings. There you go. They're going to get rid of the Vikings. So Conta and Exion holding on here. They're holding them off, that's for sure. In the meantime, there does look like Patroclus is going to head down the other side of the map here and see what he can clean up here. There's the expansion. Oh, he sees that right away. Exion says, forget this. I ain't going to take none of this, as he puts a cancel on that. In the meantime, Exion and Conta are going to head down there, see if they can cut this army off, because those Liberators are fairly expensive, so you might want to knock them off the map here. Would definitely help you, especially when they don't have any support right now. They're just kind of out there by themselves. Does also have some Marines, so Patroclus got some Marines as well, and Liberators are trying to figure out where they want to go. They're going to find their way into the main here, so they could get rid of some of these main pylons here and unpower a lot of these buildings if they really want to. We'll figure out what they want to do, as they're going to plant themselves down at some point. Or not, they're going to run out of there. They figure it's not the best idea, as they're probably going to get stopped pretty quick. And there they go. They're going to hit off some Corruptors on the flyby there. Not too shabby, but they are getting a little bit surrounded here. This could be where he loses the rest of those Liberators here. And it will be the final battle. He's going to shoot away whatever he can. And there goes the Liberators. So Liberators are done. It does look like Merlin's over here taking over the gold. Nicely done there. In the meantime, there, Conta's got a few probes. They're trying to figure out what to do. And we are going to get a little ping out of Exion here. He's like, holy shoot. Let's get something down. They're not too sure why he's pinging down there. But either way, they are going to do the long distance mining. In the meantime, there we're going to continue with the Hellbats out of Merlin. Nicely done there. He is also doing some long distance mining. Everybody's long distance mining in this one. There's all our good old overlords there. Nicely done there. Just grouped up and chilling it. And here we go. Conta's going to finally start pushing out here as his Exion. I don't know if it's going to work. It's way too much defense happening down here. There's a lot of Liberators. There's the Cloaked Banshees. And then he does not have any Overseers here at all. So that definitely doesn't help at all. Banshees are going to get a couple kills here. So they chase down the Stalkers. Liberators doing the same thing, but he does decide to back off. So Banshees are going to continue up here, see if maybe they can find some more free kills. No, they are going to finally uncloak and back off. In the meantime, there, Conta's still continuing the two long distance mine. We'll finally put a Nexus down more than likely. Kill Overseers, that's what he's saying, as he likes his Cloaked Banshees, so they could do a lot of damage there as long as he gets rid of all the Overseers. I haven't seen a whole lot of Overseers on the map, though, so he definitely doesn't have a lot of cloak detection at all here. Here we go. We are going to push up here. A lot of Liberators happening here in his army again, and they finally figured they're outnumbered. This is going to be big trouble, and Exion leaves the game. So does his partner. That's big trouble, as Merlin and Patroclus have finished you off. Nicely done, guys. Very even game. Congrats to Merlin and Patroclus. My condolences to Conta and our good man of Exion. There's my alarm going off. I got to go get my wife from work here. So I will leave you with this. If the ground's getting dirty, don't play in the mud. Peace.